A very good morning, children. Today I am going to continue with the same chapter, that is, chapter 6, Animal Classification of Science 2, Standard 10th. Let us recall what we have studied in our previous lecture. We have studied about the characteristic of subphylum Urochordata, subphylum Cephalochordata, and subphylum Vertebrata or Craniata. Now, again, this Vertebrata subphylum is divided into some 6 classes, that are class Cyclostomata, class Pisces, class Amphibia, class Reptilia, class Aves, class Mammalia. Last lecture we have stopped at class Amphibia. Today we will start with class Reptilia. So in this lecture we will study about the characteristic of class Reptilia, class Aves, class Mammalia, etc. In this lecture also I am going to cancel those contents which are omitted due to COVID problem. So you are also requested to note down that part or that contents. Now, first of all, I'll show you some slides regarding some vertebrate animals, penguin, etc. See, here are the penguin. Penguin, you can see here, children. Then some vertebrate, horse, lion, etc. Deer. Now, we will start with the explanation part. Now, today we will start from class Reptilia. Last lecture we have stopped at class Amphibia. So, today we will see regarding the characteristic of the class Amphibia. Class Reptilia, class Amphibia we have finished in the last lecture. Today we are starting with the class Reptilia. First of all, we will see that which type of the animals in this which type of organism or which type of animals we are going to study. In this we are going to study the air breathing oviparous vertebrates which are covered with the bony plates. So oviparous mean which are laying the eggs. So this type of the organism we are going to study in this class Reptilia. Now, this is class Reptilia. We are going to study, children. Now, first, what is the first characteristic? According to the course of animal evolution, these are the first true terrestrial animals with creeping movement. What is the meaning of terrestrial? Terrestrial means living on the land. So, these animals which are living on the land, we can see here, children, they are with the creeping movement. Creeping movement means mobility with the arms, and that time their belly is straight off the ground and weight on the hands and knees. Such type of the animals are here called as they are having creeping movement. This is the first characteristic. Now, what is the second characteristic, children? We'll see here that these are the cold-blooded, or we can call one specific name is given, that poikilothorns. Poikilothorns mean they are cold-blooded organism. So an organism that cannot regulate its body temperature, such type of the organism are called as the cold-blooded organism. So this type of the organism cannot control their body temperature, so they become inactive. That means this organism cannot regulate its body temperature. Now, This point you have to learn because this is important point, children. So we will see now the next point. They creep on the land as their body cannot be lifted up. Already I told creeping movement. Fourth point, their skin is dry and scaly. So that you have to keep in mind that already I explained you what are the scales. Scales are the bony plates like structure. So this is the fourth point, children. Now, neck is present between head and trunk. External ear is absent. That is the sixth characteristic. What is the next characteristic, children? Digits are provided with the claws. Claws already I explained you when I taught you class amphibia. That time I explained you what are the claws. So these are the curved pointed horny nails on the 4-digit portion. Now, what are the example of this? The tortoise, lizard, snake, these all are the example of this class Reptilia. So these all are the characteristic of class Reptilia. Now here we will see in class Reptilia about the wall lizard. Here is the diagram of the wall, this lizard. This is wall lizard, children. Here you can see that first of all eye is there, legs are there, tail is there, and scaly skin is there. That means scales are present on the skin. So this is all about the class Reptilia, and the example of class Reptilia given here is wall lizard. Now let us start with the class apes. That is the next class. So in the class apes, especially the birds are included. So we will see here that these vertebrates are completely adapted for aerial life. Aerial life means related to the air. This is the first characteristic of class apes. Now, what is the second characteristic? These are warm-blooded or homeotherms. Now, children, what is the meaning of warm-blooded animals? Already I taught you that warm-blooded animals maintain a constant body temperature. Now, so how we will define here homeotherms? An organism that maintain its body temperature constant or at the constant level with the help of metabolic activity. Such activity is called, or such phenomenon is coming under the homeotherms type of the animals. Now they can maintain their body temperature constant, that already I explained you. So this point you have to learn, children. Now the third point, their body is spindle shaped. So that you have to keep in mind that their body is spindle shaped. Why? To minimize the air resistance during flight. Now the fourth one, forelimbs are modified into wings. Forelimbs mean front limbs that are modified into wings. Digits are covered with the scale and bear the claws. Already I explained you what are the claws. Now, exoskeleton is present in the form of feathers. Now, what is the meaning of exoskeleton? A rigid external covering for the body that is called the exoskeleton. Like it is present in phylum Arthropod also. So, this is the next point, that exoskeleton is present in the form of feathers. This point you have to note down, children. This is important point. Neck is present between head and trunk. Now jaws are modified into beaks. What are the example here? Peacock, parrot, pigeon, duck, penguin, etc. So these all are the example. Here you can see, children, peacock, parrot, pigeon, duck, penguin, these all are the example. Now let us see here, children. This we are going to study the class apes. In that example is given pigeon. This is in your practical also, children. Now in this pigeon, what things we can see, children? Here head is present, eyes, this is the eye, you can see, children, eye is present. This is the neck portion is present. These are the feathers present. Then here are the claws present. Here you can see the claws. This is beak is present. So this is all about the structure of the pigeon. And this already I told you that it is coming under class apes. Now next one, we are going to study the class Mammalia. This is the class Mammalia. It is the last class of the vertebrate. Now first is presence of mammary gland is typical character of Mammalia. Now in this class, which type of the animals we are going to see, children? In this class we will see the warm-blooded vertebrates which are having the mammary gland in the female. Now what is the first characteristic, children? Here we will see, this is the first characteristic, that presence of mammary gland is typical character of Mammalia. So this is very important, children, that you have to learn here. Now what is the second characteristic? These animals are warm-blooded. So warm-blooded, already I explained you, this is the second point, that these are the warm-blooded. So what is the meaning of warm-blooded? Already I told you, these maintain a constant body temperature. Such type of the organism or animals maintain the constant body temperature. This is the second point, children. Now see the third point, children. Body is divided into head, neck, trunk and tail. Now what is the fourth point, children? That digits are provided with the nails, claws and hooves. What are hooves, children? Hooves are the hard part on the bottom of the feet. Now what is the fifth point, children? That exoskeleton is in the form of hair or fur. So In these animals, already I told that exoskeleton is a rigid external covering for the body, and here this exoskeleton is present in these organisms in the form of the hair or fur. Fur are the soft hair. Now what are the example of this? Elephant, human, kangaroo, dolphin, bat. These all are the example. Now here is the class Mammalia. You will see the bat. Now what is the structure of this bat? Here we can see the eyes are there. Then this one leg and this is two leg. These are the legs are there. This full is called the body. Then here one more structure is there, that is called patagium. Now children, how we will define this patagium? Patagium is a membrane, or we can say the fold of skin between the forelimbs and the hind limbs. Forelimbs mean front limbs, hind limbs mean back limbs. On each side of a bat, or sometimes they are present in the gliding mammals also we can see. So this is all about this class Mammalia, children. Now this chapter is over. Here few more topics are there that are cancelled for you, children. So I'll let you know. This is cancelled. This use of information technology is cancelled. Again, books are my friend, cancel. Then this always remember, cancel. Now here children, one question is there, sketch, label and classify. That is the question number 10. So here some organism are given, their diagram you have to draw, you have to label and you have to classify them. So out of these some I have already given you to draw, which you have finished. So write their classification only, labeling I think already you might have done. Only the classification will be left, that you do there, and whatever the remaining remaining diagrams are there, that you finish of this question. So that you have to do in your assignment book. So I'll tell you which question it is. This is question number 10. Here what diagrams already you have drawn, that you don't draw again, only labeling also you might have done, only you have to classify them, and whatever the remaining diagram are there, that you have to draw. This is your activity or homework in assignment book. One more thing is there, children. This is 11th question, that also you have to do in your homework or assignment book, and you have to label this all diagram, this all you have to do the labeling. So this question 11 also do in the assignment. So two question I have given here, 10 and 11 you have to do in the assignment. Already every time I am telling you that what point I have underlined, what point I have written. Very important that you have to note down. So many times I told you have to make a long book chapter wise, then subtopic wise you have to note down the point. Those points are very important. You have to learn it by heart so that for exam preparation it will be very easy for you all. And practice the diagram with the labeling so that during the exam there will be no problem. You can score the good marks. From now onwards, start studying according to the preparation of board exam so that all the chapter will be revised during the exam. You will be not having so much tension. You will not feel stress. It is better now onwards start your study properly. Still any doubt if you are having, you can ask me, children. Here you can see some organisms diagram are there already. You can see, children. Mostly out of this all you have studied in your this lesson. So this is important lesson and it is very easy lesson also if you learn the characteristic and classification of the organism. So it is better that now onwards start preparing according to the board exam. The most important thing in this chapter is the characteristic of the different organism, characteristic of the different phylum, subphylum, class, etc. What are the main characteristic as well as the diagrams. These two things are very important in this chapter. Thank you, children.